everyone, welcome back to Geekdom Uncut. I am Ben, the head king. Joined tonight by my wingman, my co-pilot, my friend, my fellow member of the Hellfire Club,
Absolutely.
Jedi Master Tuck. How you
Absolutely.
doing tonight, my man?
I am doing great. As you can see, guys, I went to a store at Miami Mall, somewhere in Miami. It is a Stranger Things store, and I picked this up. So that's always fun. Got to have.
God, I love Stranger Things.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
I know people don't like it, but I think season 3 is still my favorite. Don't get me
I like
wrong,
season
I
three.
love season 4, but
Yeah.
to me, season 3 is my favorite.
Right. I think all. I honestly, I think all four seasons are pretty strong overall. I mean, I don't think there's really a bad season out of the four.
Nope.
Uh, I think I would say probably if I had to pick the weakest season, I think it might be two. But again,
Yeah,
that's not saying that
I
it.
think I'm right.
Yeah, but that's
Two
not saying
for
it's bad.
two for one specific reason, and you know what? I don't know if we ever talked about this. I'm curious where
I
you
don't know.
stand on this.
Okay.
Season 2, episode 7, when 11 meets her X-Men brothers and sisters.
Sure. Sure. Sure.
What did you think of that episode?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it kind of makes sense that she was turned away by him pretty quickly, though. I mean, that all makes sense to me. But I didn't. I think it was just a way to. To me, that was a way to just keep her away for a while. They needed her not there. So
But forgive me if I'm wrong.
okay.
It's been a minute.
No. No.
It
No.
feels like he left and come back all within 1 or 2 episodes.
Oh, it was pretty
Mhm.
quick. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, like
But it was where a lot of the setup was happening with the villain, and I think if she was there, she would have stopped it pretty quickly. Do you know what I mean at that point?
yeah, that makes sense, I
So I
guess.
think they needed her just out of the way for just that amount of time where they could set up the plot and then bring her back to kind of So, and again,
You know,
it's a normal thing they do in shows. I mean, it's not like it's good or
you
bad.
know, talking about this
Okay,
actually gives me an idea about what I want to talk about tonight.
okay,
We
okay,
talked a little bit about it before the show.
okay.
Let's get into the binge versus week to week debate.
Sure, sure, sure.
I mean, because right now, I don't know how much of a debate it will be because I think we're both on the same page.
Sure, no, but yeah, I think yeah.
Week, right,
Go ahead.
is clearly the better format for TV shows, right?
I think the week to week, yes, I think it is. Only because, like we talked about before the show, look at a show like Cobra Kai, look at a show like Stranger Things. They kind of within a week or two, they're gone. They're nobody's talking about them anymore. Where if you look at Game of Thrones, if you look at or not Game of Thrones, but House of
House of Dragon.
Dragons, and Rings of Power and whatever it is, even like Rings of Power, that wasn't like the considered the best show ever. At least people were talking about it week to week and being
Right.
able to say this might happen. This might be where they're going, and so yeah, I think it definitely helps week to week over binging. I definitely do. I think it helps the show overall.
Do you, what, okay, how about if you animation shows? Do you think they're the same way though? Like Tales of a Jedi.
Sure. Yeah, I
I
don't mind that being
actually,
a binge. Yeah, that should be a binge.
I think that was perfect for a binge, right?
Sure. Yeah, because it's a quick. I mean, what is it? It's 6 episodes. Maybe it's 2 hours, hour and 45
Right.
at the most of actual. So it's a very small movie. It's a quick.
Well, how about this? How about not say this is not going to happen? I'm just using this as an example.
Okay. Okay.
What if they said new season of Clone Wars coming next week?
Yeah.
12 episodes all at once. I think that is a good binge, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that as a binge. Yeah. 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 I would agree with
I
that.
think
I
when
just new shows, especially if you believe in it, you know, like a Stranger Things, like a Cobra Kai. If you believe in it, I think it's worth it to go week to week because, like I said, just the talk you're going to get out of it and the buzz you could you I think you might lose viewers overall by having a binge show because once people are stopped talking about it, they're not bringing new people in to watch it. So
like
if no new people are watching it, where if you know it's 8 episodes, where you have a full 2 months of people talking about it, and then maybe another week or two afterwards, you know. So I think that helps the show overall just get new viewers over that time period, you know, where people are
look,
like, "Oh, I haven't seen it yet. Holy crap, let me go watch it."
you know what the perfect example is?
Sure,
Andor. And
absolutely,
even though that didn't have the best viewers,
sure,
it is better that they went week to week.
yeah.
If that came out all at once, I think that would have been disastrous for Lucasfilm,
I think it would have been a bad choice. Yeah, I agree.
especially for that show.
Sure, sure. And I think towards
Like,
the end, I think people started to turn around a little bit, but I think there were enough people that were just like, no, I'm not watching it now because I didn't like the slow burn of it or
right.
whatever.
But I think, like you said, I think it grew, not a lot, but it grew over time.
I would be surprised if maybe not the core fan base, you know, like us, but if regular people, you know, like our families, you know, like we mention it to our mom, our dad, you know, brother, sister, whoever that, you know, isn't really paying attention as much as we are to this stuff. And, you know, maybe they watch it because, you know, we say something. So yeah, that happens a lot. So yeah, I think that's what it might, I think that's where Andor, I think will thrive is actually in the general public better, just an average viewer.
I have to tell you, man, I am so curious to see what happens with the social connection here.
Yeah. Oh,
Because,
I'm definitely, yeah, it's going to be
because she is, how do I put this? She's a well known character to the core Star Wars fans,
sure,
right?
sure.
I'm so curious how many average movies and TV shows only know her.
Yeah. No, I think you said it before that I think the Mandalorian's going to help.
Right.
I think that's going to help. But I still think my question is, and I don't know if you agree with me on this or not, but I still think the question is, can you get people to know enough of the story that we're about to tell? Because, like you and me have talked about, there's 2 full seasons of Rebels that you have to kind of know what's going on in order to kind of be in on this story. That they have to at least sum up in a way that people can understand it quick.
You know, I've said this before. I'll say it again. In Obi-Wan, that first episode, they had that flashback to summarize the prequels. And that was 2 to 3 minutes, right?
Dude, dude, if we get, oh my God, if we get a flashback, man, of her fighting Vader, if that's Vader, because Hayden Christensen is in Ahsoka, right? We have confirmed that.
Yeah, I
What
think they
if,
have. Yeah, I think
what if they recreate that scene, and that's the flashback, one of the, or at least part of the flashback they go with?
if it was up to me, if I was running
Oh, I
it,
would do
hell
it in a
yes,
heartbeat. I would
hell yes, I'm doing that.
do it in a heartbeat. Yeah.
Because,
Oh, that
because
would be that would be as little. I would shot for shot that in live action if
well,
I could.
well, hardcore fans,
Yeah.
they might be a little pissed off because because they might think the animation isn't perfect enough.
Sure.
But
Sure.
for everyday people.
Yeah.
I think you need something like that, man.
And
I
think
think
about this. Think about this. If they just did Obi-Wan, right? And
right,
they did that fight, the fight scene where Obi-Wan slashes his helmet just like she does in that scene.
right.
So what if it, for again, for the casual fan, not the hardcore fan, but they just saw Obi-Wan and him do that to Vader. Now you show them Ahsoka do it to Vader. That's a big that's a big moment for the casual fans. We know it's what happened,
Yeah,
but
agreed.
for the casual fans, that's like, oh my god, you know what I mean? That's a moment
Here's
they
the
could
thing, though.
capture. Go ahead.
Here's the thing, though.
Okay,
And I think I've said this before.
sure.
Ahsoka is named for this baby. You
Yeah,
know, we know that, right?
sure, sure.
He's so protective of her.
Yep, I agree.
And
I think he has said before that he's the only one that he would ever let do anything with Ahsoka. That he doesn't really trust anybody else with the character.
I think we're getting some other directors in it. I don't
Yeah, but
know.
he would still be there. I think he's still
Right,
there,
right,
even with a
right,
different
right.
director. Yeah, yeah.
He's
Right.
he's overthinking.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
Do you think he would redo his own show in live action? That's the only hurdle I see.
Right.
Would he not retcon? Because it wouldn't be a retcon, but would he show that in live action? Do you think?
I don't. That's what I said. It depends on how they approach it. If they're doing a flashbacks in the beginning, where they're showing the story through flashbacks, and it's live. I mean, maybe they could go with the they just show scenes from the animated series. I don't know how that would work, but maybe they could do it.
I mean, I'm not really because the animation is great. I just wonder, you have this big live action show, throwing in a 2 minute animation. Do you think that would turn people off initially?
Maybe it might. The only other thing I can think of now, listen, now maybe this is the way you do it. Oh, this would. I mean, so if you can somehow drive people to, I think you put out a 5 minute trailer, like a couple weeks before it comes out, and I think you do a super cut of the Ahsoka storyline as like a pre-trailer for the Ahsoka series. I think that's what you do. You do a super cut from the show, from the Rebel show, just so people maybe I don't know, and maybe you put it right before the season. I don't know how that would work though, man. I think if you're going to do flashbacks, you have to do it live action. If you're going to do a live action show, I think you just
Right.
have to. So I
I
don't know how
mean,
that would work. I really don't. Yeah, but
I
look, I think like you said, we would all want to see that moment in live action.
oh well, the
Great
hot and
moment.
cold people would. The hot and cold
Absolutely,
people
man.
would.
I mean, oh, it's such a great moment.
I did. Also, I think hold on said this, and I have to agree. The
Okay.
thing was real talk and real bring in people. She will bring in people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Do
I don't
we do
doubt that at
we
all.
do we know who's playing Ezra yet? I forget. Do
Uh,
we?
from what I heard, I thought it was the guy, the kid that played Aladdin in the
I,
live action Aladdin. That's who I thought it was. Oh, what's your favorite trailer that dropped last week for me? Is the Mario. You know what? Mario is up there, man. I'm excited for that movie. I'll be honest. I'm high on that movie too, man.
okay, well, I have two favorite trailers. Great question, Ryan. Mario is awesome, and
Yeah.
Indy. Have to be Indy.
Oh,
Indy,
Indy
all
was
the
great
way.
too. Absolutely. Oh no, that's
Indy.
a great trailer. That's a great trailer, dude. When he when he pulls out the whip and starts whipping in the air, and they all pull out the gun. Oh man, I was like, that's a great moment. That's a
And
funny moment.
I'll be honest. I didn't hate the Transformers trailer.
No, I didn't hate it
I
either, dude.
didn't.
That
I
looks
didn't
so
hate
good.
it.
I'll be honest. And that just a couple snippets of the battle scene at the end was really cool looking, dude. Really, really good looking.
I have hope.
It wasn't a zoom in of a kneecap of a transformer like Michael Bay did action. He just zoomed in
I
on like one part of the body and you couldn't see anything. So
I
annoying.
have hope.
Yeah, I have a lot of hope for that movie actually. And like Christian said, as soon as I found out it wasn't
Right.
Michael Bay directed it, I was like, oh, okay, this might be good then.
That moment King
Oh,
Jim
it's a funny
Callow.
moment. Yeah,
I actually cut that moment out and I
yeah,
tweeted it to him with it zooming on Christian's face.
yeah,
That moment was a great moment in that
yeah. No,
finding.
I agree, dude. And that the Sith Council was funny. Sith
Oh,
Council was so funny, man.
Mike,
Yes,
Mike, and oh,
yeah, that was great.
yeah,
That was a great episode. Shooting blanks,
yeah, yeah.
shooting blanks.
What did he say?
Yeah. Oh, that was a good moment, man. That was hilarious because it literally stopped. Christian couldn't stop laughing,
I
and
love it. I love it when that happens.
yeah, and Mike's
And
just like, "What'd you say? Wait a minute, what did you say?" It was a really funny moment. Yeah, I agree. It was really good, really good.
are you looking forward to the Bad Patch? I know.
Oh, I'm definitely looking for. I like the first season. Yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
I'm on the. Can I be honest? I'm a little surprised we haven't gotten a second trailer for that yet.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. I like I said, I am definitely excited for it because I do like that first trailer. At least what I saw so far. I like at least where I think they're going with it from what I know. So yeah, overall I like it. I'm excited for it. I just feel like it might get buried because it's an animated show. I think the animated
Yeah.
Star Wars shows sometimes just get buried, man. Especially right now with everything the live action has. So
And I'm looking forward to, well, here's another, sorry to marry it between us. I'm excited for Mando Season 3, man.
you are excited for it, yeah.
I am excited.
Oh, absolutely. Oh,
I can't wait
absolutely.
for What?
I said, yeah, absolutely.
I
That
can't wait
trailer is
for
good, man. That trailer is really good.
It's so
It's
good.
it's
So
really
damn
good.
good.
Yes. That scene
Look at,
with him flying in with the rain and
oh,
her staring out the window and then him walking in the throne room with her then on the throne sitting there. That's going to be a power. I think that's going to be a big, powerful moment, man. It's going to be a
you
big,
know what? I didn't thought of something.
sure.
And if it play into our issue, I bet the Ahsoka shows up in Mando Season 3.
I think she does. I think she does. Yeah.
Because don't forget who's on Mandalore right now.
Yep.
I
Yep.
mean,
Oh, absolutely.
I bet you anything to beat these with her by the end of the
Sure.
season.
Sure. I would definitely expect to see Ahsoka in this, and at least one episode with her in it.
And I bet, now, okay, this doesn't make sense to me. I bet we get some kind of flashback in that episode explaining
Sure.
what happened in Rebels, and that way it will play into the Ahsoka show.
Sure.
That's how you do it.
I have another prediction.
Mhm.
I think this is what they're doing with this. I don't think he's going to redeem himself with his clan at the end of this season.
Mm.
I think he's going to take the helmet off and join with Bo-Katan by the end of the season.
I like that. I like that. I like that.
I think maybe not join her as far as like stay there and live there, but be in alliance with her. Like I think they're going to be in some sort of an alliance, and he's not going to be with the other clan anymore.
I like
And
that.
I think what that's going to lead to in season 4 is a clash between him and the new Vizsla, the one that he fought for the dark saber.
Yep.
I think that's what
So
they're going to go to.
I can't remember that season. Did Moff Gideon die?
He's not dead. No, he's not dead.
Now, are we going to see him again? Or probably not.
I think so for sure. Oh yeah, yeah, dude, you're not
Okay.
going to get rid of Giancarlo Esposito. I don't think so. No way. He's got to come back. Yeah, it's too good. Like, okay, so here's a cool thing. What if season 4 or maybe even season 5 we get a Giancarlo Esposito and Thrawn team up, and
I
then we
like
get
that.
an Ahsoka and Mandalorian sort of team up show
I like that.
where they come back together and they just go head to head with them like once and for all. And he has a whole rebel crew. He's got all the Mandalorians behind him, and they're just going to war with Thrawn. And oh, dude, that would be freaking awesome.
Do you think... I can't remember if the character died or not. I hope he's not dead. Do you think we see Timothy Oliphant again?
Yeah, I think so. Why not?
I can't remember.
Yeah,
He, he didn't show up in Book of Boba Fett, did he? I can't remember.
I don't remember seeing him in that. No, but
Okay. Okay, good.
I don't think he's dead though. No, because he's in the back of the
Uh,
tank.
right.
Yeah, he is in Book of Boba Fett, right? Because at the end he's in the back the tank because what's his name shows up Black Chrysanthemum, the Wookiee. He shows up and he's like, "I'll get you into the back of tank." But then when they cut to the back of tank, it's Timothy Oliphant in there. Remember, he's the one in there
I
at
might have
first.
missed that. I might have missed that.
Yeah. So yeah, yeah.
But I don't remember the Book of Boba Fett
I
at
think he comes
all.
back, dude. I definitely think he comes back for sure. Dude, that's such a good character, and him
Uh,
and Mando together are really good.
yep, I agree.
So I like that character a lot. I hope they don't get rid of him yet. I'd like to see him come back. I would say that. Oh man, can we get Cad Bane? No, we can't get Cad Bane again. Damn it! I want Cad Bane.
Can't be 9.
I want
I
Cad
know
Bane
that
again
sucks.
so bad, dude. He was so good. Oh, I loved it. The way he walks up with the hat down, man, and you can't see his face at first. Oh, it's so perfect.
I mean, cool, man.
Oh, I agree with you. I will say that as much as I do love the animated stuff, seeing these characters in live action
It adds something. It adds
it
a
absolutely
little...
adds something. Yeah.
I mean, look at Katie Sackhoff for Bo-Katan.
Yes. Oh my gosh, she's so perfect too. She's actually so perfect for that role. It's weird. It. I don't even think they did it intentionally, but that character looks like her, even in the Clone Wars. The Clone Wars
Yeah,
character, it looks a little bit
yeah.
like her.
I think they did it. I mean, look at the
Oh, you think they did
kid.
it on purpose? Okay. See, I didn't. I didn't
Yeah,
know if they did or not.
look what they did for young Qui-Gon. He looked like a
Oh, for
young
sure.
Liam Neeson.
Yeah. Well, I just mean I
I
don't know if when they were drawing the character they had
oh,
her
okay,
particularly
yeah.
in mind. That's all I mean. Maybe they changed it after they cast her. Maybe they were like, let's make it even more
You
like her.
know she voiced the detective in Clone Wars, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 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 No, I love her in that role. I think she's great in that role.
Uh,
I was gonna say, I think it's cool because she got a chance to play it in live action, and apparently she said that Filoni told her that if it was ever a live action, that she would play it if she ever got to bring that character live action, that she would be the one to play it. So I like that.
um,
But
so
she was in what was it? She was in Battlestar Galactica,
right,
so
you're
she's been
right.
in shows like so
Oh
she's
yeah,
like
absolutely.
she's got experience. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just trying to think. Yeah, that Mario trailer looks so fun, doesn't it?
Oh man, that Mario trailer looks really good, dude. I even love the end with the little Mario Kart tag. Oh man, that's
Me too.
so great,
Oh,
so
there
great.
is one trailer I have to bring up.
Okay, okay,
And it might be my favorite trailer in a few months.
okay.
Cocaine Bear.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you right now. I am. my most anticipated movie of all time right now is Deadpool 3, obviously.
Right.
But Cocaine Bear is like a serious contender for number 2, like serious contender at number 2. Like I want to see that because I remember I texted you last night about it. It reminds me of that Zach Galifianakis movie with
Right.
the girl from Saturday Night Live, where they robbed the
I
money truck,
yeah I never yeah I think I read the name of it, the money truck, right?
something
Or
like that.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but just the vibe of it, like it just feels like that type, like a spoof type movie, where it's like a dark kind of comedy. Yeah. Oh man, I can't wait for this movie. I can't. I love these type of movies, man.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the mean one.
Yeah. And I've heard Violent Night's really good with Harbor. David Harbor is.
Yeah, did you see Dan Miller's review?
I haven't heard Dan Murrell's. No, I haven't heard his.
After we're done, go look at his review.
Okay.
He did something a little unique for it that I really quite enjoyed.
Okay. Okay. I'll check that out.
I'm not going to say what it is. Check it out, trust
Okay.
me.
Oh, I'll definitely check it out for sure. Yeah, I like watching Burrell's reaction.
Talking about Violent Night.
Yes.
I didn't get to make a review on it yet because I just had a crazy busy week.
Yeah, I haven't seen
I
it.
wanted, no, not that. I wanted to talk about the latest Santa Claus episode
Oh yeah, yeah, okay, yeah.
because I haven't reviewed it yet, and maybe I'll cut this out and review it, put it up as a review. But what did you think of this episode? The newest one.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's predictable. It's very predictable what's happening right now. Yeah, where we're at with him. I like that he lost the jacket. That's funny. That's definitely funny. Yeah, but I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's bad.
No, it's not bad.
Yeah.
But like we had a picnic.
Yeah.
We knew he was. We knew he was going to abuse one shop, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, of course, of course. Yeah. Oh, I saw this coming a mile away. Yeah.
What did you? With this episode or with the last one, when the kids first see him, and they didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
Was that this or was
that was this episode? That was this episode. Yeah, yeah.
What did you think of that bit?
That was funny. No, it was funny. Yeah, it was. Or no, it was last episode. I think it was towards the end of last episode because they were getting back to Chicago. Yeah, I think it might have been the end of the last episode, maybe. If not, it was the beginning, the very beginning of this episode. Yeah, I don't. I honestly, yeah.
Yeah, it's one of them.
Yeah,
it was a funny bit.
It's funny. No, it is funny because I like the way she reacts, how she freaks out, and he's just kind of like, oh, okay, yeah. All right, yeah. Like I like his reaction. I think it's actually really funny.
I really did. Right, okay, I remember what did you think of the ending when somebody goes to see him and we don't know who it is? Do you have any guesses?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's gonna be Bernie, right? Bernard.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking too.
That was my first thought, at least. Yeah, that was who I first thought about was
because
Bernard. Yeah.
Somebody up in the North Pole said, "I know a guy."
Yeah, right.
Right. Who's going to be?
And I think there's a shot of him in the trailer, right? Isn't there a shot of him in the trailer or somewhere?
He's important to me in this show.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah, that's what made the most sense to me, at least. Yeah.
Right. And then if they're really stupid and they bring back Santa Claus.
I was gonna say, could it be Martin Short? It could be. It absolutely could be.
I don't think it will be, but
that would be fun.
I don't know, man. That movie was so bad.
Oh, it was.
That movie was so bad.
Like I said, I really do like the first two. And as much as I love Martin Short, I can't do that movie. I just can't do it.
Right, like it's not good.
It's just not. Good. When you get to the Tooth Fairy, and I get what they were going for, but it just did not all come together as one cohesive piece. No. It was not great at all. Yeah.
It
So,
is.
but I do like the show overall, though. I will say that I do like the show overall. I think it's a perfect for this time of year show. I think it's
Right.
exactly what people are going to want to watch right now. So,
And I might be wrong. I think there's only 2 more episodes. I
oh,
think
so
there's
it's a
only.
shorter. It's a short series.
I think it. I think it
Perfect.
ends the week. I think it ends the week before Christmas.
It's almost like a
When
week to week holiday special. Then, if it's that short, you know what I mean? It's almost like a just a
yeah,
that, and that's fun. That's what people
yeah.
want to see,
I
man.
know, right. I know people are shit on the show, but I like the show, and
I
I
think
haven't
it's
told
I think it's doing exactly what it was intended to do,
exactly,
and
exactly.
it's exactly what it was intended to be. I think.
And we know how it's going to end up, right? He's going to be
Sure.
Santa again.
And we're all going to clap and tear up at the end. We are. I mean, it doesn't matter how cheesy it is. I think we're all going to clap and cheer at the end. I really do.
On that, on that, what if Bernard becomes the new Santa Claus?
I think I was thinking the daughter. Yeah, I was thinking the daughter.
I think it's Bernard.
That's a
The
good call
elf.
too, though. No, that's a good call
Uh,
too.
he's the one that's really been there
Yeah,
since the
but
beginning, and
I think
he
what made me think about the daughter was this. There was two things in the. I think it was the first or second episode. I think it was the first episode. It was he asked the son first if he wanted to do it, and he was like,
right,
"No, I don't really want to do it." And then he has that heart to heart with her where she's like, "I don't want to leave."
right.
And it just felt like they were pushing more towards that, where that's ultimately going to be the decision where he keeps it in the family, but it's her. It's her as the new Santa Claus.
Well, and well, they're trying to put in this new power. I don't know if you're picking up on this, but they're trying to give him like
That
not
globe,
really
that little
no
ball,
power.
yeah,
What?
that little ball with the like
No,
globe.
they're giving her not really no powers. She can talk to animals. Not
Oh,
everyone.
oh yes, oh right, yeah, yeah, she can, yeah. Well, does she talk to him or does she just like make it up?
She hears them.
She
She
does hear
hears
them.
them.
Okay, okay. I
Yeah.
didn't know if that. Okay,
But she's the only one who can so far.
sure, sure.
You know, I don't know.
What do you think about the
I
witch having the coat? That's another thing I wanted to ask you about. What do you think about the witch having the coat, or the what
I'm
is
not.
she the Christmas witch or whatever she was?
Yeah, I'm not digging her. Yeah, I'm not digging
Yeah, I
that
don't
whole
really
thing.
understand that whole. Yeah, I don't
I
understand it.
that came out of no. That feels like
Forced, right?
yeah, a little forced. Like we have to have somebody else in the.
Yeah.
And I keep trying to figure out how do I know that actress. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't. I don't know what her having it means. I mean, I guess they're keeping it away from him just so he can't fully become Santa Claus yet.
Right.
I think that's what that's going to be about. But I don't know. Why can't you just hide it
Well,
in one of the elves'
let me
houses?
ask you this. With him, do you think the show ends with him waking up in his own bed, not remembering anything?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
He doesn't. He's not
okay.
going to remember anything at the end of this. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, yeah. I definitely think that's what'll happen. Yeah.
Not my favorite trope, but I guess I understand it for the show. You know what I mean?
The thing is, I actually like him a lot. So it kind of sucks that they made him a villain like this.
I
I
love that
thought,
actor. I love that
yeah,
actor.
yeah,
Oh,
dude.
from all the way back from Harold and Kumar.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely, man. He's
Funny
always funny.
fact. Funny fact.
Okay.
Then I was thinking Santa Claus. That actor met.
What's that?
Then I was thinking Santa Claus. That actor met.
Who's?
He met
Oh,
Santa.
yeah,
He
yeah.
met.
No, you're right.
He
Yeah,
met
yeah.
Santa Claus and very merry Harold and Kumar and Christmas.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. No. I was like, wait a minute, what? And I was like, oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. No, you're
By the
absolutely right.
way, the best use of 3D ever in that movie, in
Oh
my
yeah, we've talked
opinion.
about that a few. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
then
I
like
agree. No, I agree with that 100%.
you get second James Cameron. That's the best 3D ever.
Avatar isn't the
Yeah,
greatest at everything.
no, Mark, I said it. I said
You
it.
know, he's a
Come
no.
at
You know
me.
what though? I don't. I'll tell you what I don't like about James Cameron. He re-releases those two movies just so they keep getting in box office revenue and adding on to his in box office revenue. That is bull. That is bull
Okay,
crap.
to be fair, I'm not a big James Cameron fan either, but to be fair, the last Avatar release, that was a Disney call. That
Oh
wasn't James
sure. Oh
Cameron.
yeah. No. Again,
That wasn't James Cameron. That was
I'm just having a
Disney.
little fun, but I'm just saying.
I know. I know. I
I
like
don't think
your.
the extra releases should count. I don't think the extra releases should. I think only the initial run is what should count. Anything after that is just extra money in the bank. But I don't think that should count towards your what's
I
your like
will.
the record. Because when they're counting a record, they're counting just that first run. I mean, that's what I
I
think
will
is
agree
fair.
with you. I will agree with you right after Endgame comes out in re-release.
Re-release a couple
Because
times.
I want
Oh, I
Endgame
still
to
want
take.
re-releases. Oh no, I'm not saying don't do re-releases. I'm just saying they shouldn't keep
No,
adding to the record.
I agree with you, but
That's what I mean.
I want Endgame to take that place again.
As
Number
as
one.
number one. Oh, absolutely.
I want Endgame to be number one again.
Oh, I wish
Then number
Marvel
one.
would just say, you know what, we're gonna do this summer. We're gonna release it for 3 months. Like just straight up do it. Do you know how much money they would make in 3 months if they re-released if they played Infinity War and Endgame back to back in the theater? You could go
Let's be
watch a double
honest here.
feature.
Let's be honest here. Titanic or Endgame, whoever wins, whoever is number one, you know who the real winner is?
Disney doesn't matter.
Disney.
Yeah, absolutely.
Disney.
Yeah, that's why they
Disney.
don't care. That's why they don't
Yeah, they
care.
don't care.
Yeah, they're like
They don't
whatever.
care.
They're like whatever.
Nobody, no movie is ever going to catch them. No movie will.
Well, here's something we can talk about then that's interesting. Talking about Disney, here's a great segue. Apple. What do
I
you
don't know
think?
how.
Is this how real do you think this is? How real is this rumor, man? What do you think?
I don't think it's going to happen.
I hope not, man. I think it would be a bad idea, especially. I mean, look, Disney Plus. I don't know is maybe doing Netflix numbers, but it's pretty big as far as the streamers go.
I don't think it's going to happen. Here's why.
Okay,
I don't think Apple wants to get into parks.
that's a good point. I heard somebody say that too. That's a
I
good
know.
point.
Why would they? They don't know how to run them. They don't want
No,
that happening. I really, I really think it's moot. And
I think they
frankly,
brought Iger back to continue with the parks because they were going to shut down, or they I think they already officially did shut down the Star Cruiser Hotel, the Star Wars hotel they created.
all I know, well, I don't know, but all I've heard is when Shane Peck was running things, people hated the park. He
Yeah,
was destroying them.
yeah.
So I think they brought. I know why they brought Iger back. They brought Iger back to fix all of the mistakes Shane Peck
Because
made.
Iger's the fun uncle.
Right, right. I
You know what I mean?
mean,
He's still
yeah,
responsible. You trust him with the kids, but he's going to have a little bit of fun with the kids. He's going to have fun,
right.
and they're going to have a great time with with the
And
uncle.
he's creative.
Yes,
He's
and he's right.
creative.
Yes, right. Yes.
That was a key piece missing from Shane Peck.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now, do I think how Shane Peck got fired? Do I think that was a little shady?
Probably.
Absolutely, I do.
Probably. But that comes
Yeah,
down to the
yeah.
board, though. That's not really anybody's fault. That's the board. That is the board. They make that decision.
Did you hear how it went down, though?
What
Did
do you
you
mean?
hear how it went
Oh,
down?
yes, right before he went out. Yes, I did hear about that.
And like everyone found out during the Elton John concert.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, dude. And that was like
That
his
is
baby, right? Like he's like a big Elton John fan, right?
that is some shady business, man.
Well,
I don't care.
yeah. How
I
shallow do
don't
you
care.
have to be to fire the dude right before he's like he's like a big Elton John fan. He's about to go out and introduce Elton John, and you're like, yeah, no, you're not even gonna get that out of this. Like you're gone right now. Like that's a little brutal, man. That's pretty brutal.
That tells me he might have been going to do something that
Drastic,
made
right?
them act
Yeah.
so damn fast.
Yep.
Like I think they were only talking about firing him within a matter of days. I know it was in a look. Here's
It
why
seems
they
like
didn't
it. It seems.
redo.
I
They
heard
didn't
10 days. Isn't that what Schneider said on Roka's on their show? He said it happened within like
maybe
the last 10 days before the
yeah
10 days
maybe
before that.
something like that.
Sure.
I'm curious what he was going to do. That was so
Shut down a
bad.
park. Animal Kingdom in Orlando. Not a great
That's
park.
not. You know what? That's not a bad theory. That's not a bad
It's
theory.
not their cash cow for sure. It's not where people go to. It's not where people are going when they go there because Hollywood Studios has Star Wars Land and all of that, and then you have Magic Kingdom, which is for the kids. It has all the original rides and all that stuff, and then you have Epcot, which people go
Right.
to a lot for the food and drinks and stuff in the different countries and stuff. Animal Kingdom, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. It's like a zoo. It's kind of like a zoo and a theme park mixed together. So it's cool, but it's not like their biggest draw by any stretch.
That's not a bad theory. You think you would really shut it down?
I mean, it's possible because look, Universal is building a new theme park right
Mario.
now
Right.
in Orlando. So maybe he was thinking about shutting it down and revamping it, doing something different with it, and they were like, "Yeah, we don't want that." I mean, I don't know what it is. I don't. I'm not saying I know.
No, I'm
Obviously,
not.
I have no
I
clue.
know. I know. You're just guessing, but
But maybe just them shut. Maybe not
yeah,
even him saying I want to do something different with it. Maybe just him saying I want to shut it down was enough for them to be like, "That's way too far. We need to back up." Like maybe that was enough. Maybe that was just enough.
because that would make sense with everything we know about him. He was a business by the numbers
I'm just
guy.
thinking it has to be
Sure.
something of that caliber, like that.
No, oh,
And when you're not
absolutely, it
making
has
money,
to be.
man, look, and the one thing with Disney parks, they're great, man. I really do truly love going to Disney parks, but they're not the most up to date things. They're just in a lot of respects. Now they have a lot of cool up to date stuff, like Star Wars World and Avatar World. All that stuff is very cool, but there's a lot of outdated stuff there that I think they have to do something new with. I think they have to bring some new stuff in, man.
We're talking about punk.
I really
We
do
don't have
because
to.
they
We
can't
don't
just
have
reflect
to.
their big franchises. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're right. But talking about punk, I want to bring this up real quick. I want to know your thoughts on it.
Okay.
Splash Mountain.
Yeah.
They're revamping it. They're shutting it down, and they're
Sure.
turning it into something else.
Yep. Yep. I've heard that. I've heard that.
I'm okay. I understand why they're doing it. I'm
Sure.
sad they're doing it, but I understand. What are your
Absolutely.
feelings towards it?
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind as much because, like you said, I understand why they're doing it, and I think it is a good idea. It's not something that you have to stick to. You can turn that into something else pretty easily, I would think,
Right.
and make it pretty cool. Um, I think where they're missing out on is look, they released The Lion King, they released Aladdin, they released The Jungle Book, they released all these live action remakes of their movies, and all they really focus on is Star Wars and Avatar and the big names, and it's like you're still Disney. You have to promote your stuff too. Like you're still Disney animation. I mean, that's what you're known, or you're still Disney, I should say, overall.
Yeah.
I mean, why isn't there a cool Aladdin ride where you're like on a carpet or something? I mean, why aren't they doing stuff like this?
Ooh, that would be
Yeah,
cool.
that's what I'm saying. I mean, why aren't they thinking about these things? I think they got to rely on their properties too. They can't just, and again, I understand they own it and it is their property, but they can't rely on Star Wars and Star Wars' legacy to take everything to the next level for them. They have to rely on their. I think they have good properties. I think you and me agree on that. They
Oh
have some
yeah,
great properties to back themselves up on. I
they
mean,
have the best. They have the best.
they could do a Beauty and the Beast themed ride. I mean, that would work if they did it right. I mean, anything could work in their property list if they did it right. So
No, you.
I don't think it's fair even to them. I think they're sort of doing themselves a dishonor by saying, "Oh, we have all these new properties, so we have to push them." Where it's like, no, you still have you built a reputation on something. Like you can rely on that too.
You're right.
You know,
You're right,
Mickey
man.
sells. Mickey sells. That
You're
mouse
right.
sells.
You're right, man. I do.
Hey, that mouse sells still to this day, man. Anything with Mickey on it will sell. That's just a fact.
Woohoo! It's me, Mickey Mouse. Yeah, I know doing good Mickey Mouse.
So I mean, I think they should be pushing that stuff just as much, in my opinion. Like I would love to see them do a more adult version of like not adult, but like a more mature version of Magic Kingdom where they have a Aladdin ride and a, a a Jungle Book ride and whatever, and they have all these newer properties that they've done, you know, and they do sort of focus on them, man. I mean, I think that would be really cool because I'll tell you what, one of the coolest things they did was they updated the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, man, and they added Jack Sparrow in there, and they added Barbosa in there, and it made it fun, man. It really did. It really made it
Yeah,
fun.
I have one thing to say to you.
Okay,
I agree.
hey, man, absolutely. And again, you know, look, I'm obvious we're Star Wars fans. It's not that I don't want them to focus on Star Wars, but I don't think it's fair that they just focus on that.
No, I get it, man. I get it. But then again, you have to look at what brings them the most money.
Oh, I again, they had to do the Star Wars land. That made sense. That makes total sense. But like I said, if they did a different land, like I am so excited for that Mario World, man. If that thing is cool, oh man, that's going to be fun. That is going to
Hey,
be so
me,
much fun. Oh, dude, I'll tell you one of
yippee!
the funnest things, man. Universal has the Sesame Street world, man. The Sesame Street land. It's
Nice.
actually one of the coolest things ever, man. It looks just like the street there. It's so cool, man. It's really cool. Yeah. I,
Um, what did I want to say?
and they obviously have Harry Potter, which I love that area. The Harry Potter areas are great.
Harry Potter has some cool shit. We're going to wrap up soon, I guess, but I wanted to get your thoughts on this.
Okay.
Talking about Harry Potter.
Sure.
Going from Disney to Warner Brothers real quick.
Yeah.
Do you think we're going to get a Harry Potter show or movie within the next 10 years? In
Yes.
your,
Yes.
okay, you do.
Absolutely. Within the next 10 years, yes. Absolutely.
Do, do you think it would be with the original cast?
Maybe. Did you see the picture of them all back together?
No, I'm missing that.
Yeah, they tweeted it out.
Nice.
I think it was from the reunion when they did it a
Okay,
couple like last year. I think they did the
right.
reunion. I think it was from that, but they tweeted it back out recently. That picture of them all together.
Interesting.
So yeah, again, they didn't like say announce anything. They just So
Well,
um, I think what would be cool. I think if they don't do, I think one thing would be cool if they recast and they did each. I think we've talked about this before. Each season, each book as a season.
so you want it not over from year one
If
on.
they decide to go with that same story. Now, if they don't, what I think would be a really fun story would be to tell the story of the four houses, the how
Yeah,
Hogwarts started.
That's what I want to see.
I think that would be a really cool and fun story to do. I really do.
I think you do that. I think it would be like the Knights of Old Republic kind of
Yes,
thing for Harry
sure.
Potter.
Yeah, I
I think
think
that
that
could be
would be the
really
fun way to
interesting.
tackle it. Yeah, I think that would be a cool time period to go back to.
Either that, or I don't know if they would ever do this. I wouldn't mind using the first wizard role.
Yeah. I had an
When
idea the other day. I had an idea the other day in the truck while I was listening to somebody talking about Harry Potter, and I thought about this for a show. What if they did a Aurora show? What is it? Aurora or Aurora? What are
yeah,
they
something
called?
like that. That would be cool.
Like the
Like
bounty hunters, the ones that go out and hunt like the bag. I think that would
kind
be a
of
cool show.
kind of like a cops on the Harry Potter universe.
Yeah, 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 like maybe like a serial, but something it's serious, but not too serious. But yeah, where they just kind of it's maybe a couple of them, two or three, four, team
Oh,
of them.
kind of like a Law and Order, but
Yeah,
only
yeah,
with
yeah. They bring them back to the
Aurora.
Ministry of Magic. They got to serve their sentence. Yeah, so absolutely, dude.
I like that. I like that.
Absolutely, that's a cool idea. That's a really cool idea.
I
I
like
think that would
that.
be a fun show, man.
And I don't think it would be that expensive to do. Not that
No,
they're smart about it. Not that
yeah.
they're smart about it.
If you could do it sort of like in the. Have you watched Wednesday?
No, not yet. How is
Okay,
that?
pretty good. So I've gotten through two episodes, two episodes. Yeah, two episodes so far. I like it so far. I got to finish it, but yeah, I like it so far. But something similar to that. It doesn't have to be too serious, but a little bit more serious, but still for kids. Still where kids can watch it and have fun with it. I think that's where you go with it, man. Because look, Harry Potter is as big as Star Wars. It is. It's up there in that level of fandom.
Right,
It just is.
right.
People love Harry Potter. So the fact that there's not shows and movies, and again, I know why there's not, and I get, why there's not, but I think
We're not. Yeah. Well, I'll let you finish, and then
no, I
I'm
was gonna
going
say
to
I think there should be even with the controversy because the world shouldn't suffer because of her mistakes. Like, and what I mean, the Harry Potter world, like that world, we should not get things in that world just because of her. You know what I mean? So,
Well, there is a little medium, huge elephant in the room, and
oh,
you just brought
absolutely,
her up.
yeah.
And I don't know how you do it without her.
I don't know how you do it either, but at the same time, like I said, I think it's too big of an IP to not. I think people love it too much that you have to make it in some shape. You have to have it out
It's
there.
kind of like how would you have done the prequels without George Lucas?
Sure.
I don't know if you could have at that time.
At the time, no, I don't think you could have. No, absolutely not. And I'm not
And
saying do it without her. I'm just saying. I'm saying I think keep her involvement as limited as possible that you can. I mean, that's I guess the best case scenario is I wouldn't really give her a producer nod. I would more give her just a writing nod and
you kind of have to give her a producer nod, though. I mean,
then
she
maybe just a
never,
regular producer, not an executive. I don't know how that would work. I don't know.
I don't know, man. It's tricky because she,
It sucks because it's a horrible situation to be in. Because I get I get why people don't want to
wait, I hate not bringing this up. I
yeah,
hate not bringing this up.
okay,
It's not a familiar situation.
it
And
is.
then it's like the same. Like,
No, it is. You're not wrong about that.
uh,
You're not wrong.
the
It's
more,
bad. It's very bad. I think I agree. It's
and
very bad.
I will say that, how do I say that? You know what? I'm not going to say it.
No, it's fair, man. Look, this is a tough situation because obviously what she did is abhorrent. I 100% do not agree with anything she said. But again, I think, it's, how do I say this? It's, I guess I'll use, this is an example of it. Michael Jackson. I love Michael Jackson music. Like I love his music.
No,
I'm a huge fan of his music.
I see where you're headed, but
He's been
okay.
accused of a lot of things. We don't know one way or the other. We don't know. It's definitely weird either way you look at it. It's definitely weird. But I can separate him from the music. I can separate his music from him. And I think at some point we might have to do that. And again, like you said, God, this is hard, man. This is so hard because it sucks either way, man. It sucks either way. I just don't want to not see Harry Potter stuff. Like
No,
that's what hurts me about it. Is I
trust me,
yeah.
I get it.
That's kind of where my frustration is in the whole situation is I just hate that she's put us in this situation where we have to even argue about it because it's such a beloved series. Like it really is such.
It's the same fucking thing
Yeah,
with
it
Ezra
sucks, man.
Miller.
It
I
is.
didn't want
No,
to
it
hear.
is.
I didn't want to hear fucking Michael Keaton that.
Yeah,
But
absolutely. No, I do too. Yeah, I agree.
and
I don't want him to that's the thing. I don't want her to profit at all off of this, but I know she has to. I know he has to,
they have to, man. There's
and it
no.
sucks. It does suck. It really does suck. It
I
does
mean,
because it's a tough situation for anybody
listen,
to be in.
with both situations, how do I put this? Sometimes the minority are the loudest voices.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. 100%. I think I think where I think this is where this is also just a little like very gray is or not even gray. I think this is where for me she stepped over the line, I guess. Is I remember there was an interview with her that she was so proud of how Dumbledore was a gay character. She was very proud of that.
Right.
And for her to say the things she has now said about that community is just, it's heartbreaking. It's so heartbreaking because I thought that was a big moment when she did that interview and said that. I was like, wow, that's somebody standing up for one of their characters in their book. It was a really big moment. And then for her to just turn around that way, it's very, it's sad, man. It's very sad. And
I
again,
hate
I
that.
get my thing is this also, if you're that type of person and that type of power, and what I mean is just her position where, she was in a position of power to an extent. I just feel like, why would you put yourself in that situation at all? Like, even if that is what you really believe,
Because
why even say it? Like, why do
I
that
don't
to
know.
yourself?
I don't know, man.
Just keep it to yourself at
Uh,
that point and just
I
make your money. I mean, I don't know. I
I
just think
think
it's so hard in so many ways.
you know what. I was going to bring something up, but I don't want to. So you know what? As much as I hate to end it on a
Yeah,
downer,
no, I get you,
uh,
man.
I think we should just wrap up.
It's just one of those
Uh,
situations talking about it just
I
makes it
know,
worse.
but I
It makes it
know
worse,
it
because
makes trust me, it makes it worse.
yeah, it
But
does.
we have some good stuff coming to you this week.
Yes.
I have a good interview coming Tuesday for all you. I have a great surprise. I have a great surprise plan planned for Friday. I don't think Don even knows about this,
Oh
but
no, I don't. No.
I'll tell you off air.
Okay. Okay.
Um, what else?
That's
Yeah,
interesting.
Jedi Academy. We might have a special guest on Wednesday,
Oh, that's fun. That's fun.
and yeah, Don, my man.
Yes, sir.
Tell everyone where they can find you.
Sure. Yeah, you guys can find me on Twitter at Jedi Master Tuck. You can find me right here on Mondays on Fellowship of Geekdom, on Tuesdays Geekdom Initiative, On Wednesdays, Jedi Academy, and then on Sundays, Geekdom Uncut. Also, you guys can find me in the Facebook page, and guys, please like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell.
And guys, you can find me at I have a show pretty much every day on this
Every
channel.
day. You can find them
I'm
every day
having
here.
fun doing it. I'm having fun.
No, it's still a lot of
And
fun, man. We're having a lot of fun. I agree.
thank you guys for coming on this journey. We'll see you next week. And have a good week. Thank
Absolutely.
you.
See you guys.